Welcome back, and thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're here. I'm Lourdes, and today's episode, Underestimated at First Glance, is about what it feels like when people decide who you are just by looking at you. When people see that you are an older person and quickly decide you must be fragile, slow, or confused, they create their own version of you. You explain what you need, and someone starts talking louder and slower as if you were a child, and you are thinking, I heard you. I understand you. Why are you talking to me like that? You ask a question, and the response goes to a younger family member instead of you. You are treated like you are not part of the conversation. Maybe you ask how something works, and the person says, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it. When what you really wanted was to learn how it worked. You are leaving, and someone reaches for your arm to steady you before you even have a chance to move. They may think they are being helpful, but they never asked if you needed help. Even if you did need help, it is about respect. You deserve to be asked before someone puts their hands on you. Being underestimated is not something you simply ignore. It can slowly make you question yourself and hesitate before speaking up for yourself. You might notice you ask fewer questions. You might notice anger and resentment. Someone makes an assumption about you, and you feel that anger rising. But you hold it in because you don't want them to say you are making a big deal out of nothing, or hit you with that phrase many people cringe at, calm down. I am one of those cringers. You might feel embarrassed because you are put in a position where you have to prove over and over again that you understand, that you are capable, that you are not confused. It can be frustrating and hurtful. You know what you have lived through, but other people act like now that you are older, your history has faded away. Let's talk about some of the reasons this may happen. Common stories about aging. Many of us were taught that older people are weak, confused, and need to be taken care of. I did not grow up seeing older people as weak. My grandmother, my mama's mama, lived to be 99, and even in her 90s, she would walk to McDonald's on her own for coffee and breakfast. She did not want to wait for anyone to drive her, and she did not want to bother anyone. So she walked. Strong-minded, independent, determined woman. And my grandfather, my dad's papa, was a strong man with a big hearty laugh. Even as an older man, he had presence. You could feel his strength. I do not remember him as fragile or slow. I have seen strength over and over again in my family and in other people. So this idea that getting older automatically makes you weak or fragile, that's a crock of shit. I believe some people are uncomfortable with their own aging. So it makes sense that they underestimate older adults because of that discomfort. It is easier to joke, to pity, or to dismiss than to imagine themselves getting older. Understanding the why doesn't make it better, but it can remind you that the way they treat you says more about their stories and fears than it does about your worth. Being underestimated often means people stop asking and start assuming. Over time, they send a message. Your body and your personal space are treated like they do not belong to you. Your voice is optional. You are in the room, but not part of the conversation. When that happens enough, you might start to avoid certain places or situations. Stop asking questions. Let others make decisions you could have been part of. Why should you have to prove yourself over and over again? You should not have to list what you have done, what you have lived through, or who you used to be just to get basic respect. Sometimes pushing back is not a big speech. It is a simple sentence. I can answer for myself. Thank you. I appreciate your concern, but I can walk on my own. If I need assistance, I will let you know. If you have a question, ask me. And there is another piece to this. Redirect the conversation back to you. If someone talks about you instead of to you, you can step in and say, I can explain. Or, I will answer that. Sometimes speaking up is not about changing everyone else. Sometimes it is about reminding yourself, I have a voice. So keep your own picture of yourself clear, not the smaller version other people try to hand you. The whole picture, the one that includes what you know, what you can still do, and what you still want from your life. I want to leave you with 3 questions. Where in your life do you feel most underestimated right now? What is one small way you can stand your ground the next time it happens, even if it's just a sentence, a look, or a decision to answer for yourself? And who in your life sees you for who you really are? And how can you stay close to those people? Sometimes the strongest way to push back is to remember that you are a whole person, not a stereotype. Before I wrap up, if you want to share your story on this podcast, email me in English or Spanish. You can choose to remain anonymous. Check the show notes for resources and information on how to stay connected. If you enjoyed this episode, the best way to support the podcast is simple. Follow it on your favorite listening app and leave a quick rating or thumbs up. This helps the platform share it with more people like you. Thank you for spending time with me today. Remember, while facing your fears may not change your situation right away, it can help you see yourself with new strength and understanding. Let's continue to grow older and wiser together.